Hey there, brilliant people. So today's question is, how do I know I'm listening to my intuition? And of course, that's an important question, because if you know that you're listening to your intuition, then it's going to be easier for you to act on that intuition, which really, I mean, when your intuition is giving you information, it's good for you. It's kind of good to get that information, but it's even better to act on it, because when we act on it, then we get to see, oh, my intuition really knows what it's talking about. And that is one of the ways in which it really facilitates the development of our intuition. So, how do we know that we're listening to our intuition? Well, I've talked before, you know, if you've been listening to the videos on this channel, you'll have heard me talk about it before, that one of the functions of intuition is to help us be more of who we really are. And because of that, our intuition is actually at its strongest and clearest when it's coming through in that state where every single part of us is aligned. Like every part of us is going, go left. In fact, you know, quick story, client that I was working with, we were working with him to help him develop his intuition, and yeah, he was doing great. And then he arrived one day and he told me a little story about how he was on his way to work, and he just got this sudden impulse, intuition, to get off the highway and go the back roads. And it was such a clear impulse that he didn't even think. He just got off the highway and drove to work the back way. And when I said to him, now just stop for a minute and think back to that moment, like, how did you feel on the inside? Like, stop and really notice that moment, because it's when we notice those moments that we really get to hopefully bring our intuition from unconscious to conscious. And he sat with it for a minute and he said, it feels really quiet on the inside. And I said, yeah, because when our intuition is talking to us, when we're listening to our intuition, all of our parts are lined up. And that's why it's when those intuitions are really clear, every single part of us is lined up. So we can just act on it, because there isn't a part of us going, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. So when every single part of us is saying go left, we just go left. And when we have those moments, so whenever you've had a moment of intuition that you just acted on and it worked out, stop and think back to that moment, and you'll find that same kind of sense of internal alignment. So the more that you have that internal alignment, and it is literally proportional. So the stronger the internal alignment, the more of you that is aligned, the more of you that is listening to your intuition. So that's is really one of the reasons why it's kind of cool, because when we start to recognize that and we start to use that, part of conscious intuition is then learning how to consciously create that state, which is why our intuition also has a big hand in helping us be more of who we really are, because it helps us live in a very congruent way, which of course is the short answer. How do I know I'm listening to my intuition? Because everything inside is feeling really lined up and I'm feeling really congruent. So there you are. Practice your congruence and remember that you're brilliant.